For anyone who's talking about normalcy returning to the state of Manipur, you only have to visit one of the peripheral villages of the kind we're standing in now. We're in a village called Phayang, which just borders the Kuki villages. We're in a Meitei-dominated village at this point. And as you can see, in the cover of darkness, there are men from the village, all armed, patrolling this area. And they take turns to do it because they do not think it's safe to basically sleep, leaving the village unguarded at night. We talk about normalcy, but the language that is used here by all of these people in both communities is actually the language of battle. In fact, oftentimes they call it a war. And even the way they fortified themselves with bunkers, properly sandbagged bunkers, armed men patrolling these fields which otherwise used to be sort of peaceful fields with paddy growing and friends across communities. Today, this feels like a battlefield, like a state divided. और हम, as I said, एक bunker यहाँ बनाया हुआ है गांव वालों ने, उसी की तरफ चल रहे हैं. All of the men here are on patrolling duty tonight. They all do this duty turn by turn. I'll ask you, why are you patrolling? अभी इतना अंधेरा, it's so dark. Why are you guarding? Why do you feel the need to guard this village at night?
We have to protect our villages due to the fighting of cookies. So we are guarding our village.
Do you all know how to use a gun?
Yes.
Did you teach yourselves to do this?
Before that, we do not know how to use the guns, but now we have already practiced.
So you learnt in this crisis?
Yes.
So, of course, one of the big challenges before the government is to disarm people, to get them to voluntarily give up their arms. But I don't know if anybody would do that. This village itself has 500 licensed arms according to the villagers. आपसे पूछती हूँ, सर कह रहे थे कि अभी सबने बंदूक चलाना सीख लिया. किसने सिखाया?
सीख लिया हमारा वो यहाँ में जो हमारा सिपाही वाला ने हम लोग को सिखाने के लिए दिया, मौका दिया. हाँ. हम लोग सीख चुका है फायरिंग करने के लिए. जितना हम लोग काफ़ी जानकारी है, तो मिलिट्री वाला को हम लोग ये गाँव को देखभाल करने के लिए हम लोग सुबह शाम से ड्यूटी कंटिन्यू कराएं. पर
आपको, जैसे आप रात को ऐसे निकलते हो, आपको लगता नहीं अगर काश हम घर में सो रहे होते आराम से?
सोने का मौका नहीं मिला सर. अभी तो वो लोग के ये सामने दिखाई दे रहा है बाहर ही वो लोग ने यहाँ बंकर बना के हमारा फायरिंग बस्ती से अटैक बार बार करते रहा है. कुकी मिलिट्री लोग इधर ही आके. हमारा तो हथियार का भी प्रॉब्लम है और हम लोग तो सिविल आदमी है, वो लोग को तो मिलिट्री वाला है.
आप लोग सब सिविलियन हो?
हाँ, सिविलियन.
What did you do before this? What did you do before this?
Before that, I'm a farmer now also.
You're a farmer?
Yes.
What farming did you do?
I have planted paddy.
So this is a farmer who used to plant paddy. यहाँ पे आप भी farmer है? Farmer?
Farmer है सर.
Farmer. So all of these men who are now armed with guns were actually paddy farmers. And this tells you how Manipur has changed. We're about to step into the bunker. And these are, of course, as I said, all of the men from the village armed, all rice cultivators, paddy farmers. And let me show you here. This is like a proper military bunker. It's absolutely fortified. It's got sandbags like a professional army bunker. And if you think any of these people are former security personnel, they're not. यहाँ सभी लोग किसान थे पहले, हाँ? अच्छा, तो ये बताइए कि यहाँ पर हम जिस बंकर पे खड़े हैं, यहाँ पे what duty happens? What do you all do here?
We have.
Let me hold the mic because you're holding a gun. Yes. It's easier for me to hold a mic than to hold a gun. Go ahead. Yes.
Because to protect ourselves when we are doing the duty, if the Kuki militants shoot us, so to protect us, so we have put some mud and sand and
you all will take turns to be here all night?
Yes. Today, this whole night we have to.
The whole night you will be here.
Yes.
इधर आप आके बताइए, डर नहीं लगता कभी? डर नहीं लगता?
डर था, अभी तो डर नहीं है, क्योंकि हमारा आदमी बहुत गाँव वो लोग ने इधर आके अटैक करके कितना आदमी मार हुआ है, वो लोग ने मार दिया, इसलिए हम लोग खुशा हो रहा है. और अभी दर्द नहीं होता है हम लोग।
पर वो
वो
लोग
लोग कह रहे हैं हम लोग की तैयारी रहे में हमें लड़ने के लिए।
So I just want to show कि बिल्कुल उस पार, just there, 200-300 meters are the Kuki villages. And in fact, what's interesting is that before this crisis, the villagers from that side used to sell the villages of Fayang, used to bring vegetables, and the people of Fayang would then go and sell them onwards. So they had a business relationship, they had a personal relationship. Let me ask you, these people were your friends. Earlier there was peace, right?
Yes.
Then what happened?
We don't know about that because before that we are all friends. Where the Kuki and Payang villages were closely friends. Now because of the
crisis,
so we are not in.
If the government asked you, please give up your gun, will you give it up?
We won't give it up to the government.
You will not give it up?
To the government.
अगर सरकार आपको कहते हैं कि अभी बातचीत शुरू करो, बंदूक नीचे रख दो, आप क्या कहेंगे?
वो कुकी ने मान लिया लो हम लोग भी मानता है। अगर
पहले वो माने,
वो लोग नहीं मानेगा तो हम लोग भी मानेगा नहीं
मानेगा,
क्योंकि हमारा गाँव भैया लोग बहुत मतलब वो लोग ने जानबूझ के मार दिया।
तो आप कह रहे हैं कि पहले उनको अपना गन्स देना पड़ेगा, पहले आप कह रहे हैं कि उनको अपना गन सरेंडर करना पड़ेगा, फिर आप सोचेंगे। मैं यहाँ पे पीछे, I don't know how many people can speak Hindi or English, but let me ask you, you're seeing, there's another here, this side, there's another former farmer. If you are asked, please give up your guns, will you give it up?
No.
No?
No.
No?
No.
Will you give up your gun?
No.
No? Why? क्यों? अगर बंदूक देने के लिए बोला छोड़ दो बंदूक, will you do it? No. So all the people here are saying that if they're asked to give up their weapons, they will not in fact do this. And I think the sarpanch of this village is also here somewhere. Yes, if I can bring you here, let me ask you to tell our audience your name.
My name is Mojo, the Sarpanch of this village.
Tell me now, I can see. Can I ask all of you to come in the front? Please, you can see here behind me at just this one bunker, at least 7 men are armed, right?
Yeah.
Where are you getting the guns from? These were all farmers. They were all rice farmers.
Yeah, they have a licensed gun we have from the before itself.
But they didn't even know how to use a gun.
Before they know already because they have trained already.
Where is the end to this? How does this conflict end?
The conflict will not end soon because the government should take up the initiative things with the Kukis and the Meitei. They have to talk.
What is your appeal to the central and the state government?
I just want to appeal to the central government that this honorable Prime Minister doesn't say any word, and he should think about the Manipur and the people to be live peacefully. And actually, the government of Manipur should be take a full cooperation.
You want the Prime Minister to speak in Parliament?
Yeah, I just want to want the Prime Minister to take some words about this victim.
Yeah. So if there's one thing that the Kuki and Meitei community agree on at this point, it is that they want the Prime Minister to intervene. But this is a surreal moment for those of us who've actually covered external conflict, covered war. I've seen bunkers like this when there's an external enemy involved. These are both communities of the same state. These are our fellow Indians. And right now, the language they're using is of battle. They have weapons like this. The villagers insist that these are licensed weapons, but the fact is that estimates actually say that there are 4,000 weapons in circulation, including high caliber weapons, and the main challenge before the government is how to get the civilian population to disarm. End May, would we like to say something? Are you hopeful things will get better? How will things get better? You want peace?
Yes, we want peace and sleep nicely in our bed after walking to our field.
Yes.
Instead of walking
with guns
to our whole village.
Yes. Yes. So this farmer turned guard of his village is saying that he wants peace. He wants to also sleep well at night instead of patrolling. But as you can see here, I want you all to show that you're all here at night with your individual arms, and they say that the other side has to surrender their weapons before they will think of doing this. But at the same time, there is an appeal to the central government, to the Prime Minister. Sir, please come here. To the Prime Minister, come, Sarpanchji. This is an image of one village in Manipur, but it is really, in a sense, emblematic of how normalcy on the ground and building bridges across communities is still going to take